The bombs bursting and rifles in constant engagement was the order of the day in the first 50 years of the last century, and many of us today are still unaware that living among us are a few war veterans of World War II. Altogether, in World Wars I and II, which spanned from 1914 to 1918 and from 1939 to 1945 respectively, over 1,000 Belizean soldiers gave selflessly of themselves, some even their lives. The Second War ended at the 11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th month in 1945 and marked a historic end to the bloodshed and suffering that had kept the world in turmoil during Nazi reign in Germany. 87-year-old Edward Major was one of the Belizeans who tasted the war zones in Italy and Egypt and lived to tell the tale of those horrific moments of almost 70 years ago.
Ability possible that.
That's what, an inch?
Yes, but an inch, because we lay down so, the thing now, so you can get up so quick. Because reinforcement, okay. Second reinforcement. That means that they can't let people go in.
What was that like for you?
Well, I said, I have to make sure I shoot somebody before they kill me.
What were your conversations like in a war?
Well, they said, well, if I get out of this, as I come out of Belize, get back to Belize and come out of the army.
Although he jokes about it now, Major recounts that those days were no laughing matter.
Rough. But after I moved from Italy because it was too cold, I come from Belize now, we know it's to snow. And I came to Egypt, and I spent a year in Egypt. 1 year in Egypt, 1 year in Italy.
Major was one of the lucky ones to return to Belize, but many didn't. It is for the ultimate sacrifice that many of these men and women made that on Sunday, Belize and all Commonwealth nations will celebrate Remembrance Day. It will take place locally at the historic Memorial Park, where 3 of the fallen soldiers from World War I are buried.
Some men went to the Navy, some went to the military, some went to the Air Force. Okay. And we actually serve. Some men were killed in London. Some men was killed in Euphrates. In Belize City, we have 3 men right behind us. The 3 florists, I cannot say if they are brothers, but 3 florists were buried right on the spot.
While they claimed many lives, the wars also left many survivors suffering from injuries and in need of medical and financial help. It was for this reason that the idea of the puppy was derived.
We use these puppies as a fund-generating things for us, for the ex-service league, and all over the Commonwealth. That's what it's used for. Sure. And sales to raise funds. And any money that we raise, that we collect, is for helping those veterans who are in need. A few members we have left. I would say countrywide, a total between the wives, the widows, and them about a total about 50 odd. You see, and we are responsible with the help of Canada. With the help of Canada, right? Canada provide the grants for them, and this grant is provided for the veterans and the widowers. If a veteran passes away and he has nothing out of the sale of the puppies, we will bury him, and we have buried 3 so far this year.
The blood red of the puppy symbolically reminds of the blood that the soldiers shed, and as the inscription on the tombstones depict, the ultimate price they paid. The accompanying poem entitled In Flanders Fields, written by Canadian Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae, bears close significance to the sacrifices of veterans like Edward Major. His horrific days behind him now, he proudly displays his medals earned for his years at war.
Italian Star, the one for the Queen. This one and for the Queen too. Then 3. This one up in Belize, the headquarters. And this up in the cap.
For those who have gone ahead, Sunday will be a day of thanksgiving for their valiant effort for their respective countries and the world, and also for that fighting spirit that transcended through the ages for the greater good of mankind. The BDF will lead that ceremony and pay homage where the graves of the 3 fallen Belizean soldiers are eternally entombed.
The uniform parades will be out here. You can see the Coast Guard will be out here, the police will be out here. Everybody, including Girl Guides, and family of those who have fallen. We cannot forget them, because those men set the pace, set the example for rule and law.
Marian Ali for Love News.